Good evening, everyone. Sorry about that little delay. I had a slight technical hiccup. I haven't done a live stream forever. Everything's been going smooth, and then my stream said unhealthy stream. So I've just panicked, gone into OBS and done some stuff, but we should be good. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. Just checking in. I've got such a delay on this, so I can never tell, but I'm just checking my setup here. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. All right. So, welcome to this. Sorry, I just need to calm down a bit now because I've just been panicking. I'm not very good at that technical stuff. I'm good at color grading. I can teach you color grading, but OBS and stuff like that just does my head in. So, welcome to this. This is my Q&A for the forthcoming masterclass. So it's a chance for me to show you exactly what's involved so you can work out if it's right for you. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to give you the full agenda. I've got a little chat with Daria coming up, and what else? We're going to hear from a few students as well. So I'm hoping this will be about 45 minutes, but the big reason you're here, I mean, we've got on here, we have got a healthy stream, but I can't see how many viewers I've got. Bear with me. We've got 260 people in here. Wow, okay, that's amazing. So obviously, I'm giving away a free place on the masterclass. Now, I also did an Instagram competition, and I'm going to reveal the winner of that as well. So there's 2 free places on the masterclass for 2 lucky winners. So I'm going to do that towards the end. I know you're all dying to know if you've won or not, but I'm going to at least show you the course agenda. So well, let me say hello to a few people first. Let's see who's in the house. So Kevin B. Dream, hello for you. Johnny Van Bergen, can't wait. Excited and waiting for Darren Mostyn's colour grading masterclass. So this is the 5th time I've run this now. I only do it once a year. I am a busy working professional colourist. I can't put this on more than once a year. I have my clients to look after. This takes a lot of time. This is not just 4 days of my year. There's a lot of preparation goes into this, so I can't do it more than once a year, but this is it. It's coming up 19th of March. It starts. Free ticket and pro insights count in. This is exactly what I needed today, so that's good to know. Hello Darren, hello everyone. Martin Clay, old friend of the channel. So Keith Neely, of course. So Keith's been on the course twice now, and he's very strong in the community. He's always on the little free coffee chats that we do once a month. So good to see you, Keith. Right, let's have a look at something to do with the course. Let me just get my bearings. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to tell you who the masterclass is aimed at. Who is this actually for? So you can work out whether it's the right fit for you. So let me go on to there. So this masterclass is aimed at beginners. Okay, it's a beginner's masterclass. The idea is I take you from beginner in a coherent manner over 4 days, so it's 4 hours a day, and I take you to become, I would say, very high-end, competent, confident, intermediate level. All right, but you don't need to be a colorist to start with. Okay, you can be an absolute beginner. So it's aimed at beginners, editors who are enjoying using the Resolve, but they're not that confident when they get to the color page. Cinematographers who just want to up their game. YouTubers and social media, of course. Videographers and junior colorists. So anyone who's looking for a solid broadcast techniques and wants to fast track in a structured way. So that's really who I'm aiming it at. So I'm going to literally hold your hand for 4 hours times 4 days, and we'll go from the absolute basics. I'm going to show you the agenda in a moment, and I'll literally build you up to have the confidence that you need to do professional color grading, so the art of professional color grading. All right, let me see if there's any burning questions. Team 2 Films, always love a Darren live stream. Yeah, you're so good at it though. I'm just absolutely rubbish at this. Cheese in, hi Keith and Mitchie in the coffee gang. So Cheese, one of our students as well. So I've got a few students in here, that's good, all say hello. So is there any questions, or should I just crack on a little bit? Jim Robinson's in the house as ever. Jim, huge supporter of the channel. No, I think we're good. Let's crack on. All right, so let me have a look at the next slide. I don't want to spend hours doing this. I just want to get through to this. So what do you get? What is in the masterclass? Let me have a look for you. So it's 4 hours times 4 days, and March the 19th to the 22nd, it's live training on Zoom. So it's 4 p.m. UK. Now, if you can't attend the live, this is a really common question, you can still join the course, okay? Because we get a recording every day. There's a recording goes up. It normally takes about 3 or 4, 5 hours, depending on Zoom. Zoom does that processing. And you get a portal so you can look at the day's live stream before the second day. So you have a chance to catch up. And some people even, they don't intend to attend the live at all. So you can have the recordings then. The recordings are not going to be made available separately. It's not an option. If you want the recordings, you have to come on as if you're coming on the live, even if you can't attend. It's just the way that I do it. All right, so a recording of each day available for you to watch anytime, and this is for life, so you get these recordings for as long as you need them. You can watch them as many times as you want. So you get footage, various formats. We get some technical documents and advanced notary. I don't upload gigabytes or terabytes of footage. The footage upload is about 16 gigabytes. It's plenty for what you need. This is the 5th time I've run this masterclass now. I fine-tune the materials each time, and you don't need 200 gigabytes of download. People who sell that as a great thing. I don't want to download 200 gigabytes of footage that's not mine. I'm going to teach you how to use your own footage, but we're going to use mine. I've also got in there, it's Canon, Arri, Sony, Blackmagic Design. There's some faulty footage, there's some bad footage, there's some 8-bit footage. I'm not just going to give you super polished jobs that I work on for like Amazon or whatever. You're going to get regular footage as well as that nice stuff. All right, so there's a nice mixture of everything. We're going to teach you how to do the whole lot. So watch me live grade real broadcast projects. This was the big hit when I've done response forms and got feedback from people. People love this bit. This is after 2 days. Day 3, I do a live grade for about 30 minutes where I grade a whole scene up. And I basically tell you what I'm thinking. So I don't teach you anymore. You've had 2 days of teaching. There's obviously more to teach after that. But what I do is you've got enough knowledge to follow along what I do. And I literally talk to you what's going on in my brain. So where am I looking? What am I doing? I'm opening a shot. How do I start? What do I even do? And you watch me grade and balance the scene for real. I've got an overhead camera as well. So you see the panel. You can see me working. And this has been a real hit. Everyone loves this. So I don't teach you anything. I just talk out loud, and it's quite hard for me, but it's a really good experience. And I do that twice on the course. Access to my private Facebook group community. The course doesn't stop just after 4 days. You get 1,000 new friends. Okay, the Facebook group is fantastic. So the previous 4 masterclasses are all in there. We critique each other's work. We help each other out. I do a monthly coffee Zoom. I'm sure Keith and Jim are laughing now because it's not every month. It depends how busy I am, but I try my best to do it every month. So let's argue 8 a year. How's that? And it's a really nice community, and we chat anything. It's a private Zoom chat, so we don't record it. It doesn't go anywhere. The rules are, what we talk about in there stays in there, and we have really good conversations. Sometimes going off piece, we talk about bass guitars and music and films we've seen, but often we have really good, intense conversations about particular jobs we've been working on, any issues. It's really great. So that Facebook community is fantastic, and you've got access to that. You can only get access to that Facebook group if you have a ticket for the masterclass. So 800 people in there at the minute. Well, it's not 800, not everyone's on Facebook, but there's 600-700 people in there. So it's a great community, but honestly, it's really good. Anyone who's in here now, you can see them talking in here. All right, check I'm on the right one. $8,000 of Resolve-related prizes. So I've got prizes from the vendors who sponsor my channel. I've been very kind again. In fact, I've added it up. It's actually nearer $9,000. Those are prizes I give away on the masterclass every day. So we split them into 4 days, and everyone gets a chance to win. So if you can't attend the live, you are still included in the draw. All right, so everyone gets a chance to win. You don't have to attend at all, but you've basically there's only 200 tickets, so you've got 1 in 200 chance of winning one, I suppose. Well, I've got about 10. I'm going to show you the prizes in a minute, but you've probably got about an 8 in 200 chance of winning something, and I'll show you what they are in a minute. And then you've got a certificate upon completion. Sorry, it's the last bit. I've got to get into my switching. I've not done a live stream for so long. I'll try and do a fun one after the masterclass is finished. So you get a certificate upon completion as well. It's just a digital certificate. Right, that is that. Let me have a quick look if there's any burning questions. Angel Gaga fan is saying bad footage is good. Yeah, I mean, this is real life. I grade a lot of factual crime documentaries. I mean, I'm grading police body cam footage. It does not get any worse than that. CCTV footage. This is what you got to deal with. This is real life stuff. Hello, Don. Would love to know the best way for contrast match across shots. So this is from Mahbub Hassan. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. We do contrast. On day one, we probably talk about contrast for at least an hour. It's one of the main fundamentals. I'm going to go through the agenda soon, but you will know contrast inside out. Contrast is everything. Trending vlog 15K. Sir, I'm a beginner colorist. You're in the right place. So this is, and if you're absolute beginner, I put up 2 videos that I want you to watch before the masterclass that literally give you a tour of the color page. We don't go that basic. We are starting off. But you'll see in a moment. But we start off with a single node and it builds yourself up a really great, fantastic node tree. Is your masterclass closed or is it open? The tickets are going on sale at the end of this live stream. So it's going to open up in a minute. When you say close, it's open. How much will it cost? You're going to hear that at the end. So just before they go on sale. When will the Masterclass course start in March? It's the 19th to the 22nd of March. 4 consecutive days, 4 hours a day, and it will be from 4 p.m. UK until 8 p.m. I had someone message me saying they're in Australia. What can they do? You've got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or you watch the recordings. I'm trying to appeal to the whole of Europe and the States and Canada, which is my biggest audience, and India is a large audience as well. The 4 p.m. kind of works, but it's worked in the past. There's a bit of bass chat going on in here. Joey Morelli's in as well. Great. Joey's a long-time supporter of the channel and a alumni of the masterclass. Right, let's have a look at the prizes. So the prizes I'm going to whiz through this, but I've got 2 Dehancer Pro 3-year subscriptions. Now Dehancer is moving over to a subscription model, so this is the new way that Dehancer will be released. I've got 2 times 3-year subscriptions. Okay, so that's a great prize. 6 mononode DCTLs. So my good friend Stefan Ringelschwantner, who runs mononodes.com, I use his DCTLs all the time. You're going to see that on the masterclass. He's giving away 6 packs. That's a fantastic prize. They're all fantastic prizes. 2 times Omniscope. So I've got 1 video license and 1 pro license. So Omniscope is what you're seeing behind me. In fact, Omniscope, I actually have it here. So what I do is I have a link to my Omniscopes and I actually bring those into the feed on the masterclass. So you can see my scopes working as well. Just to clarify, you don't need Omniscope to do the course. You don't need Dehancer to do the course. You don't need mononodes to do the course. You don't even need the full version of Studio to do the course. Would I recommend Studio? Yes, I would. But you don't need to have it. And on that, I've even got 2 DaVinci Resolve Studio licenses to give away as well. I've got a $500 discount voucher for Flanders Scientific. So Flanders Scientific is the monitor that I use for my grading. It's my grade 1 monitor. So they very kindly give me a $500 discount voucher. And finally, I've got 3 audio 2-year subscriptions. So audio is the music library that I use. The music that you just heard at the beginning is from audio. I've got 2-year subscription licenses for you. Right, what is next? Let me just check I'm on the right thing. Let me have a look if there's any questions in here. Omniscope is my jam. Chad Millicolor, Omniscope is amazing. But we talk a little bit about Omniscope on the masterclass, but we talk a lot. I'll show you how I use my Omniscope. I give you my settings. They go into your portal. So the portal contains everything for you. And I love Omniscope, but I do teach you how to use the DaVinci Resolve scopes. You don't need to buy anything else. Joe Morelli won an Omniscope license in the 2024 class. Brilliant. That was a great prize. All right. I don't think there's any other questions going on. Filmmaker Resolution, yeah, I use DCTLs all over my channel. What you've got to remember with this masterclass is I'm teaching you truthfully and honestly how I grade my programs. You will even see my broadcast programs. I open them up after a few days. I open them up, the real projects live on my server, and I show you that what I'm talking about and how I'm teaching you is I'm actually working like that for real. Now, if I wasn't being honest about it, I'd have to take off DCTLs and take off Dehancer and all the other stuff that I use, but I do show you on the course how to get the same results without using those third-party products. So you don't need to buy those products. If you've got them, great, but I'd like to show you my real projects, and my real projects contain some of those things, as you've seen on my YouTube channel, okay? I'm just gonna show you straight how I do it. Okay, let me just check my slides. Just bear with me a second. All right, so what I want to do now, I'm just going to hand you over. I did a little interview with Daria. It's only a couple of minutes long, but she's going to explain how she works. She's my moderator, so Daria, well, she's going to introduce herself on this, but she is with me for the 4 days. Absolutely fantastic. We have a really great banter, great fun. I love having her on board. She's agreed to do it for a 5th year, so this is great. But I'm just going to switch it over now so you can hear from Daria. So let me introduce to you my amazing rockstar moderator, the wonderfully talented Daria Fissoun, of course. How are you, Daria?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Darren.
You're all right. I know you are incredibly busy, so I do appreciate you doing this. I was going to take you out for a nice lunch or something, but we're resorting to Zoom once again. For those who haven't been in DaVinci Resolve land and don't know who you are, do you want to just give us a bit of your background? Tell us who you are, what you do, and how come you ended up with me.
Yeah, happy to. So I'm Daria Fissoun. I'm a colorist with a compositing background. I've been in the industry just over 15 years now, and I also develop the training materials for Blackmagic Design's color page in DaVinci Resolve. And yeah, now I've been joining Darren for his workshops as a moderator for a few years now.
Yeah, well, 4 we've done now, so this is the 5th one. To be honest, with that knowledge, you should be sat here, I think, and I should be doing that bit. So, do you want to explain? So, you're going to be the moderator for the 5th time on the Masterclass, and you do a fantastic job. But do you want to just explain to people what you actually do, how it actually works in the Masterclass?
Yeah, so I'll be behind the scenes. I'll be watching the workshop together with the attendees, and I'll be in the chat answering everyone's questions. I'll also be like the conduit to you. So if somebody wants to reach you directly with maybe a more in-depth inquiry, then I'll jump on the mic and say, hey, Darren, this is an interesting topic. Let's explore this for a few minutes. So yeah, it makes for like a really nice interactive workshop, I think.
Yeah, it's good. Do you know, and I love having you there because otherwise I'm just talking to Zoom for 4 days. It keeps me focused. It makes it quite fun as well, doesn't it? We do have quite a good bit of banter on there sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
It's not all geeking out. And yeah, it really it does keep me focused. It means I can just focus on delivering the best masterclass that I possibly can, knowing that you're there, keeping an eye on me, checking them on the right screen, that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously a key part of this is the Q&A as well. So while I'm delivering this masterclass, there is a full Q&A going on in the chat, which you're looking after incredibly well. Yeah. How many questions do you reckon we get a session, in a 4-hour session?
So I think we average about 200 questions per session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's about 200. So it is crazy numbers. So that's like one a minute. So what's great with that is you're answering that. I'm delivering the course. Everyone gets a recording so they can watch it after if it's going. I mean, we try not to make it go too fast. It's at a nice, good pace, I think. Yeah. But we can also take your questions to the private Facebook group. And also people are helping each other in the chat. I found there's quite a lot of people just someone's going, I've missed that bit. What's going on? And someone else will pick it up. So
yeah.
It becomes a real nice little community. All right, Daria, listen, I'm going to let you go. I know you're incredibly busy and I want you nice and fresh, ready for the masterclass starting on the 19th. So I wouldn't do it without you, Daria, you know that. So I really do appreciate you coming back for a 5th year. So take care of yourself. I'll see you on the 19th.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And yeah, I'll see you real soon.
You're welcome. See you soon.
Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, we all love Daria. Looking at the comments going through, everyone loves Daria. She is an absolute perfect moderator. She wrote the color page part of the manual for Blackmagic Design. She knows her stuff. She's a colorist, she's a compositor, she really knows her stuff, and we get on great. So it's a really nice synergy. I genuinely would not be doing it if she didn't do it with me. So I'm really pleased to have her on board, and it looks like you're all loving her as well. She's honestly fantastic, and she is a machine. I mean, she gets through those questions. So you kind of got the idea now. So she's there in the background, well, probably more the foreground, and she is keeping an eye on all your questions as they come through, meaning I can focus on the course, delivering the very best I can. She interrupts me when needed. She keeps me on the right screen when needed. If I'm on the wrong screen, she just prompts me. So it works really well. I can really focus on delivering the very best masterclass. So I'm super pleased that she's back on again. Just quickly looking through the chat, I noticed a couple of questions. One is saying, how do I win the place that I'm giving away on this one? You don't have to put a comment anywhere. You don't have to do anything at all. I'm just going to pick someone from the feed. All right, I'm going to do it in quite a crude manner, but you've just got to be here. All right, and I'm going to pick someone. And as long as you are subscribed, you'll be getting a free prize. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to comment on any video. The Instagram one was you had to comment Masterclass on my Instagram reel. That's been done. I've already chosen the winner from that. So you're a bit late if you were thinking of doing that, but I can't do that live. So that's going to happen as well. All right. Another question came up, HDR. Let me just check I'm on the right thing. Just bear with me. Okay, good. Sorry, just got messages coming through. Someone said, is there HDR on the course? There isn't. We don't do HDR. That is advanced stuff. Okay, that is very specific. It's very niche. I do give you a good grounding with the node structure and the node tree to understand how to go to HDR. So I can kind of give you, I can give it you in 5-10 minutes, but we don't start grading in HDR. It's very hard to actually get that across on a Zoom as well. But there's a point. We don't do HDR. We don't do DCPs. We don't do HDR. I don't do deliverable for cinema. We don't do any of that stuff. This is a beginner's course where I take you and teach you how I grade my broadcast programs for real, node by node. By the end of the 4 days, you will understand my node tree. The node tree is slightly different than the one I use on YouTube. There's a reason for that. It's because it's a little bit more advanced and I can't show everything on YouTube. I'd have to explain every single time when I do a new video. If it's for a beginner, people would look at my node tree and freak out a little bit. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So, well, they wouldn't freak out, but I'm just teaching you in a good, coherent manner. But going into HDR, we did it on the very first masterclass, and it just opened up a whole can of worms. That's why I've changed it. Do I cover client management? Yes, I do in quite detail. We do a whole, so I'm going to show you the agenda now, actually. Let me just, yeah, I'm going to show you the 4-day agenda now, but there's a whole half-day session on the last day where I talk about my business. I talk about how I talk to my clients, how I keep my clients coming back. I even reveal how much I charge. I'll show you how much I earn. There's no secrets on this masterclass. I'm going to show you absolutely everything. So a very good question. And it's a really important part of it. You know, I think I can teach you to be a fantastic colorist, but you've still got to be able to communicate with your clients. Controlling the room and talking to your clients, people would argue that's like 20-30% of the job. I would argue it's 60% of the job. I think I can teach most people to be a competent colorist pretty quick. Learning how to deal with clients and that sort of stuff, that takes longer. So we do go through all that. How to be entered into the competition? Yeah, you just be here. I'm just going to pick someone. Don't worry. I'm just give me a second. I'm just reading. Just see if do I cover different colours, matching different colours? Yes, we colour balancing, all that stuff we cover. I'll tell you what. Let me go through the agenda, and then because a little bit of sort of guesswork. ACEs is really, let me say it's not covered. We do a little bit of ACEs technique, but for me to say, do we do this in ACEs is wrong. No, we do it in DaVinci Wide Gamut. Right, let me show you the agenda. All right, this is day 1. I hope that. I'll come through on my screen in a moment. Right, so let me just check that. Right, day 1. So now, obviously, just back to me for a second. This is a live course. Things change. This is not set in stone. This is a good guide as to what we cover on the 4 days. But this is my 5th one now. I've got it pretty well oiled. I don't believe I've missed anything in the previous ones. So this is pretty good. But this is just a generic outline of what's being covered. So understanding color fundamentals. So we go right to basics. What is color? How do we see color? So that is a real fundamental. Preparing the projects correctly. So stripping it all back, how do we start the project before we've even got anything from our client? Understanding how Resolve behaves. So how is the order of operations, it's called. So how does that actually work? How do the nodes actually work together? So you've got a good technical understanding before you've even created a single node. How to use nodes the right way. So I'm going to give you a good starting point. Now, obviously, people use nodes in very different ways. It's my masterclass. I'm going to teach you my way. That's the way it's going to be. I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but I'm certainly going to teach you how not to use them. So you'll be good. Color management fundamentals. Now, at beginner level, we don't even look at color management for quite a while on this course. Okay, we don't really get heavy into it until day 3. So what I'll do is I'm going to get you really grading, understanding how to balance, how to do everything. We tease in color management early because we need to, but it doesn't get heavy at this point. So if color management scares you, this is the course for you. I promise you, I would say 100%, that you will know more about color management than you ever need to know by the end of the course. All right, and I'm going to teach you in a good, solid, easy to understand, coherent way. Anyone who's done the course before can back me up on that, I'm sure. Let me just see if anyone... I don't cover camera settings. By the time it's come to me, I don't have any choice what the camera settings were. We can hint on RAW. We do look at RAW, actually. Do you cover different camera matching? Yes, we do. Will there be an intermediate or advanced masterclass? There's no plan as yet. I would argue it's been asked for quite a few times. It's probably something I'm going to do, and I would probably say you would need to have done one of the previous 5 masterclasses, because at least then I know what level you're at. A very hard thing to ascertain is whether someone's beginner, intermediate, or advanced. It's one of the hardest things to define, because what I say is advanced. I've taught advanced colorists before and gone in and come out quite surprised how wrong information they had, or that their fundamentals were flawed to start with. That happens quite a lot, and they're considering themselves advanced. So I think it's something I would consider, yes, I would like to, but I've got nothing in the pipeline as yet. Do you cover Premiere Pro coloring? No. Really? Have you seen my YouTube channel? No, I don't. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a fair and valid question. Wrong channel. All right, where to start grading and which tools to use and when. So this is giving you good disciplines to start with. You are going to have great technique moving forward, okay? Exposure, contrast, and saturation. What am I looking for? So what am I even looking for as a colorist? Where do you set your exposure? Where do you set saturation? How do you define this? What comes first? I'm going to teach you all this. How to set up and read the scopes and omniscopes. So you're going to use DaVinci Resolve scopes to start with, and then I'm going to show you, let me see if I can get that going. I'm really juggling my screens now. So, and then we occasionally dip into Omniscope. These scopes read exactly the same as the DaVinci Resolve scopes. There's no difference in the reading. The main difference is the information that it's giving you. So I've got different types of scopes in there, so we do have a look at that. How to balance a scene. So you've all been asking. Yes, we do. We balance a scene with the best practices, and I show you exactly how I do it. And then Q&A and prizes at the end of day 1. Obviously, Q&A and prizes every single day. So we have a little Q&A session, and then we give away some prizes, and then we all go home, and that's normally about 4 hours. It occasionally goes into about 4.5, but we try not to. Right, day 2. Sorry, I'll tell you what, let me just have a look if there's any questions after day 1. We use color checkers for color balancing. I'm going to teach you how to color balance. You won't need color checkers. I think we've covered it a few times. Do you think AI will replace colorists? This is the kind of thing we chat about in the Facebook group. This is exactly the sort of conversations we have. So you will become part of that community. We can discuss it over a Zoom coffee every month. Will we learn what the best approach to achieve something is specific? I have difficulty to decide the best technique to achieve something. Exactly what I'm doing here. This is exactly why I'm teaching you what am I looking for when I'm grading. Yes, we look at S-Log3 Aricdas. We're not going to get into specific cameras. Oh, a ZV E10, I hate them. I've got one here. Hate those cameras. Do you go with the equipment you have? Yes, we do. Yeah. All right. How many people don't use Facebook? It's a Facebook group. So if you want to be part of the group, you've got to be on Facebook. I don't do it on Discord. I do it on Facebook. that's what I do. So if you want to be part of the group, obviously you have to have Facebook. I can't do anything about that, but you're very welcome to join. All right, and it's verified when you go in. So you don't just get the link and go. We verify that you've been on the Masterclass first. Right, day 2. Let me speed through this. How am I doing for time? 25 to 7. How many have we got on? Nearly 400 people on at the minute. That's fantastic. Okay, day 2. So how to do primary correction well, the best tools and my tips. So I'm going to teach you how I do primary correction. We're going to go through loads of examples, and then we come on to skin tone, best practices and my best tips. We spend a long time on skin tone. I'll do two big sessions just on skin tone. Skin tone is everything. Get your skin tones right. I will teach you how to get your skin tones looking fantastic. Better node techniques. This is really talking about layers and parallels and that sort of thing, getting the best out of it, when not to use them, when to use them, that kind of thing. My best practice is using secondaries. So we're talking about color warper, keying, curves, that kind of thing. The HDR tool and the color space aware tool. So we could do a whole session on that, when to use them, when not to use them, how to use them, how I use them. Tips for efficiency to grade faster, and then Q&A and prizes. Now the tips for efficiency is, I teach you 2 different types of grading. There is documentary grading, which I do a lot of, and the short form grading. I do a lot of music promos and commercials and that sort of thing. And they are 2 quite different techniques. The fundamentals are the same, how to balance them and that sort of thing, but they are 2 different approaches. I'm going to teach you how I can grade 500-600 shots a day on my documentary work versus my music promos where I might have 150 shots to do in a day. So that's what the tips for efficiency. So I'm going to show you it is possible to grade 500-600 shots a day. I've graded more than that before, to be honest, but that's about my max. Right, not day 3 yet. Let me see if there's any questions on that. Kent Curry, good to see you. What about balancing from shot to shot? Yep, I mean, we cover balancing. Balancing is done. So, Mr. Catherine, the course seems amazing. It's the course that I would have wanted, honestly. I've put my heart and soul into this masterclass, and it's been tweaked over the last 4 years. I did 2 masterclasses in the first year. That was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake, but it was hard work. That's why there's only 1 a year. But I really am passionate about this. This is my real work. I'm teaching you how I use DaVinci Resolve to run a successful business, and I'm a busy colorist. That's why I'm not on YouTube all the time. I am a busy working colorist. All right. What about balancing from shot to shot? Continuity, I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's all got to be coherent. Everything's got to have a good coherent look, so we look at all that. Do you go over your hardware setup? Yes, but we don't spend hours on it. Free tickets. There is 1 free ticket up for grabs. We appreciate the videos you put out. Thank you. All right. Do you only need a mouse to control Resolve? You don't need a control surface. Okay, I do have the advanced panel here, but I've had this for, I can't even remember how many years now, 13, 14, 15 years. I mean, I do this daily. It's my tool. Yes, we cover problematic footage. I'm going to leave this live stream up. We're getting a few duplicate questions now. I'm going to leave this live stream up so you can watch it after as well. So if you want to just have a think about buying a ticket before and you want to review this, I will leave it up on YouTube. All right, let's take a look at day 3. So day 3, we get into advanced color management. Now, when I say advanced, I don't want people being scared. All right, by this point, I've really held your hand all the way up. We have done so much color management that you are so confident with color management that you're ready for the next bit. And this is where it comes in. We then look at film emulation techniques. So we're using Film Look Creator, which is part of Studio, which is part of DaVinci Resolve. Now, if we're using Studio features, if you've got the free version, you can still do it. You'll just have a watermark on there, so you can still follow along. We look at DCTLs and DRTs more in this masterclass than I have in any other. This is becoming more a part of my workflow now. But again, I'm going to teach you techniques that don't require you to purchase anything. All right, so I've got to show you honestly how I work. And Dehancer we do take a look at. So we have a little session in Dehancer. There is a Dehancer have given me, for the masterclass students, because they don't do the 14-day free trial anymore. They used to do a 14-day free trial. They don't do that anymore. So they've actually given me 200 1-month licenses that every student who comes on will get access to a 1-month license, no watermark, full working version, and you don't have to give your credit card details, so it's not a little trick to get you to subscribe to Dehancer. I made sure with the answer that no one has to give any credit card details or anything. You don't even have to take up the offer, but it is there because they don't do a trial version. And Omniscope do a 14-day free trial, so we do get the students to download that to have a look at it for free. No credit card needed, all that sort of stuff. Don't download it earlier than 14 days before the last day of the course, obviously, because it'll run out. Where was I? Right, back on here. Build your own advanced notary. So we're going to start building up a much more advanced notary. I'm going to show you a notary in a minute. Then we do live grade number 1. This is where you watch me grade, as I was mentioning before, without giving you any more teaching. I'm just showing you what's going on in my head. This is as important as teaching you how to use these tools. All right, what's going on in my head? How am I thinking about the shot? What am I looking at? I'm looking at the whole shot, things that I'm noticing. I'm going to narrate out loud for 30 minutes. There's no Q&A during it. I just talk for 30 minutes, or however long it takes me to grade the scene. Best effects and how I use them tastefully. All right, so I'm going to teach you that less is more. By the end of it, you're not going to be dialing in saturation to 200%. I promise you. All right, I'm going to teach you my techniques, how I grade my stuff. All right, fixing problems and best practices. So we go through problematic footage. We look at out of gamut saturation. We look at just mad color washes, things that are out of balance. We do quite a bit of that, and obviously Q&A and prizes. Let me have a quick look at the question before I show you day 4. Will the live grade be about a broadcast, an online, or a cinema project? It's not really relevant. It's going to be a scene from some shots. It's going to be a scene from a program that I've graded. There were 2 live grades with different projects. Yes. Oh, that's from Gadali. Thank you. Oh, Gadali, thank you. You're answering some questions in there as well. Appreciate it. So Gadali is running the back end of all this. He's an absolute legend. Without Gadali, this wouldn't even be happening. In fact, without Gadali, this live stream might not be happening. So we do appreciate him. And he knows his stuff as well. How to join this course, you will be, that's coming at the end. So there'll be a link going up in the chat. There'll be a link in the description a bit later for you to look at later. And also, if you're on my email list, there's a link in all of my videos in the description at the bottom to sign up for my free email. If you're on that list, you'll be emailed a link to the masterclass. All right, so I'm kind of getting there. What final result are you looking for out of your students? I'm looking for you. That's a very good question. My students, when they finish this course, are confident, competent. One guy got a job. He got a job with Harley Davidson, grading a Harley Davidson promotion, which he said was like one of his dream clients. Never thought he'd be able to get something like that because he had the confidence to do it, to take on the job, and the confidence to actually grade it and make it look great, and it looked fantastic. I'm expecting you to be a high-level, professional quality, confident, more than anything, confident colorist. So you're going to know why you're using certain tools. This is the thing. Why do you use these tools? Understanding, reading the manual and going, this does this job does this knob's to do saturation. Yeah, we like saturation. Do this. That's not teaching you how to use the tools properly. I'm teaching you how to use the tools, how I use them. So I'm not saying it's the correct way, but I earn a living doing it. I feed my family with the money I make as a professional colorist. I don't make that money out of YouTube. I make it out of being a professional colorist. I'm going to share all that knowledge with you. I'm literally dumping everything that I've got. I've been 30 years in broadcast. I'm 20 years as a colorist. I am 16 years on DaVinci Resolve now, which I can't believe. I hope that answers your question. Do you cover grain bloom halation? Yes, I do. Without dehancer? Yes, I do. Right. That's looking good so far. Let me cover day 4 and then I don't know where I'm going after it. Day 4, okay, look creation. So I've just answered that question. And yeah, halation, bloom. We look at look creation, we look at film emulation, that sort of stuff. Oh, look creation is more for the different stylistic looks. VFX tricks without using Fusion. So you probably, if you follow my channel, you'll know how far my love for Fusion goes. It's not that deep because there's some people who are very good at using Fusion and follow their channel, not mine. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm great at Fusion. I'm not. I've learned a couple of really good tricks though, and some of them are covered on my YouTube channel. And I saw a question about that earlier. Is the stuff covered on my YouTube channel? Kind of yes, but there's 150 videos out there. So if I said this masterclass is all unique stuff that's not on YouTube, I'd be totally lying, because, well, A, I'd be lying about the stuff I put on YouTube then, because I've covered a lot on YouTube. So for me to say you're not going to see this duplicated on YouTube would be lying, because the stuff I put on YouTube is the truth. And I'm going to show you the truth, how I grade here. How am I trying to say this? So yes, there is duplicate, but if you want to go through those 150 odd videos and try and put them in a coherent order and hold your hand from the beginning and have Q&A, you can't do Q&A with me, and have that private Facebook community and win prizes that might even pay for your masterclass. I'm not over something now. But there is some crossover on YouTube, and I even give you some homework sometimes where I point you to a specific YouTube channel, because that YouTube episode, I beg your pardon, is probably the best way that I can describe a particular incident, and I give you as homework, so when we come back the next day, if you have got a question about it, we can cover it in the class. So I'm not just going, hey, watch these 10 YouTube videos in order, but I make you watch maybe 2 or 3 different episodes that are very relevant each night. That way, in the 4 hours I've got, I can focus on other things and cover any questions you've got on those things. So it's not a lot done like that, but that was a very relevant question that I saw earlier. I hope that helps. This is getting you from beginner to super confident, competent colorist in a methodical manner that's worked for the last 4 masterclasses that I've done. Everyone loves it. Right, did I cover the rest of day 4? No, I didn't. Where did I get up to? I got up to breakdown of real jobs node by node. Sorry, I only got up to the visual bit. Breakdown of real jobs node by node. This is great. I open up my real projects, as I've explained, and I show you node by node exactly what I've done. It's the real job. I've not edited it for the masterclass. I'm showing you the real jobs. Live grade number 2. So I do another 30-minute session, or whatever, however long it lasts, where I grade another series of shots. It'll be done slightly differently. The first one I use all my techniques that I use for real. So things like I do use Dehancer and I do use DCTL. So I do one where I use those tools, and the second one I do, or the first one or the second one, I can't remember which way around, I do it just using DaVinci Resolve tools. So I'm being very fair, where I show you exactly how to get fantastic results, but you don't need these third-party applications. I love the third-party things because they help my work, and they can sometimes do things better than Resolve can, but you don't need to buy them. I hope my switching's going all right. I'm trying my best here. I think I'm doing good. Okay, delivery for broadcast, YouTube, and www, World Wide Web. The good old gamma shift thing. We cover this in a quick module because we can lose half a day just on this one subject. But I teach you how to do it correctly, how to upload to YouTube, how to upload for the web, and how to upload and how to deliver for broadcast. And we cover it in probably about I would say no more than a 25-minute, 30-minute section, because I just know how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and that's it. And it's just one of those subjects that just people don't believe you, or they've got another way, or they've seen some YouTuber do it this way. You've never seen me do a YouTube episode on this. The reason is because I know how to do it, and I'm not going to put it on YouTube so that everyone could just go, no, you're wrong, I do it like this. I just show you my way. So it's quite a nice little neat module, but I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, then we go on to the business. So this is the end of day 4. This is the last couple of hours, the last hour and a half maybe of day 4. So it's a nice way to round it up. We've done the color grading. We're now talking about the business, how I run my business. I've run my business for 30 years here. I've been through global pandemics, financial crashes, and I'm still working. Online Creative was set up in 1999. I'm still running that business. So I'm going to teach you how I do that. The equipment, let me come back to my thing. The equipment and my most useful apps that I use. So I teach you some of the apps that help me with productivity, not just apps for Resolve. How to talk to my clients and run the room. This is gold. This is a really important bit. How much to charge and how much do I make? I reveal all that to you. And then we've got an AMA business session and Q&A prizes. So the AMA business session, ask me anything about my business. I literally open the floor up for maybe 40 minutes, and you can ask me anything, and I will give you honest answers. I will show you everything. So I want you to be able to run a successful business as well as become a competent, confident colorist. Right, that's the 4 days. Let me just take a sip of water. I'm exhausted after that. So it's a lot to get through in 16 hours, and I try my best, and it sometimes goes over maybe 20, 30 minutes a day. That's including giving away the prizes, though. That takes 10, 15 minutes. So I try not to go over too much. I appreciate it's your time as well as my time. Just give me one sec. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you. Oh, no, let's answer some questions first. What level of knowledge is required before joining? This is an absolute beginner's course. You need to open Resolve. You need to know what Resolve is. I did show this slide earlier, but I'd like to think you've maybe dabbled in the edit page and you go to color and you're not quite sure what you're doing, but it's not completely alien to you. There's 2 guide videos when you join. You get 2 guide videos. They're actually on my YouTube channel anyway. One is color basics and one is called Where Do I Start? So you can watch those first if you want. If you understand those, you'll be fine. I hold your hand from a single node. There's a lot to get through, though. I mean, this is not a messing about course. It's not, right, I'm going to teach you this, now you all go and do it for 20 minutes and copy me. We go through it. I would say if you're an absolute beginner, the best thing to do is not try and do it along with me, because you get projects, you get footage. Don't try and do it along with me. Just watch it, absorb it, make some notes if you need to. But if you're a complete beginner, just watch the 4 hours. We have a break, by the way, so it's 2 hours, and there's a little 10-15 minute break. So we're not going flat out. But I would suggest you just watch it and then watch the recordings back as many times as you like. They become chaptered. It takes us a few days even to chapter them, because obviously we have to do that manually. You can watch it on your portal as many times as you want. There's people who did Masterclass 1 still got the recordings from that one. That was in May 2023. All right, so the recordings are there. You only see your Masterclass, by the way. So Masterclass 2 don't get access to this one. And Masterclass 5, this one, don't see Masterclass 2, for example. If you've done 2, and there's people here who are doing 3 because they're enjoying it, not because they haven't got any knowledge, they get access to all 3. So if you pay for it, you get access to it. Okay, I'm exhausted. And I really go for it. I mean, honestly, with Daria helping me as well, so Daria's answering all the questions. It's rapid fire, but we do it in a nice way. You'll be able to follow along. Don't be scared of it. But I also want to give you as much information as I can. All right, let's have a look what's coming next. Right, this is kind of, well, this is just to answer that question, at what level should you be? After day 1, you are going to be looking at something like this. So this is the node tree that you would have built up after day 1. All right, so it's nothing scary there at all. A little bit of color space transform work on color management. In fact, we even do these few nodes without color management to start with. So don't worry about color management. I'm going to absolutely dial it in for you at such a slow rate that you'll get it one step at a time. That's where you'll be at the end of day 1. By the end of day 2, you're going to be here. Now, this is very similar to my fixed node tree that is on YouTube. In fact, it probably is the fixed node tree of YouTube, but that's the sort of level you'll be at, and you'll understand that. If that looks a bit scary now, you'll have built that up node by node. You'll totally understand it. It's really, really, all the nodes in here. I'm going to open up my biggest projects. You're going to understand it. By the end of day 3, you'll be able to look at that. In fact, here's one now. I've blurred out. This is the next level we get to, and there's a bit of group work going on here as well, which we cover and explain. But I've blurred it out because obviously you've got to come on the Masterclass for me to show you this. This is my next level node tree, and this has been updated for 2026. So my new node tree, so my node tree moving forward to 2026 is still very similar to my existing fixed node tree that I know a lot of you use. I know because I know how many downloads I've had of it. And I see it on YouTube all the time, and it's really great seeing you all use it. That one is YouTube friendly. It is real, it does work. The one that we build on the Masterclass is based on the principles of that node tree. We just go a little bit further. So when it said day 4, build an advanced node tree, this is as advanced as it gets, and you'll really understand it, okay? It's a brilliant node tree. You get to keep that moving forward. In fact, what I ideally want to happen is that I've taught you in such a way that you're going to build your own node tree. So my students who've been on before, they've shown me node trees in the Facebook group, and they've customized it and made it their own. Every workflow is slightly different, but the principles are the same. Hope this is all making sense. I've just got a message coming in. Okay, it's all good. I've just told Gadali to just message me every now and again, check sometimes I stick on the wrong slide or something like that. Right. We're getting there. We're going to open the tickets shortly. I'm going to give away the prize. I know that's why you're all here. How many we got left? We've still got 426 of you, so someone's interested. All right, the next thing I want to do, I think the best way of you understanding how the masterclass works and what it's like is to hear from the actual students. So I set a little task to the students who've been on the previous 4 masterclasses and just said, just send me 30 seconds of clip just to, just tell me something about the course that you enjoyed. And I got inundated. I'm so grateful to all the students for sending me video clips, because I know it's a bit of an effort, but it really did mean a lot. And I ended up with I could have made a 30-minute video. So I've just made it a few minutes long. It's not long, but I'm just going to let the students tell you in their words what they think of the masterclass. So enjoy this. It's just a few minutes. It just gives me a chance to have a glass of water and a breathe as well. Right, let me get this right. I'm going to switch my mic off. I'm going to put my mic back on because I forgot to show you this. This is an example of a real project that I open up. Okay, it's not the one that I open, but it's a typical example of one. So you can see that's a long form documentary, and then I'll show you the notary. So that's the actual notary from the actual job that I actually work on. I'll just say the word actually a few more times, but that's what you're going to see on the Masterclass, all exposed. All right, let's have a look at this. Right, enjoy this. It's just a few minutes.
When I took Darren's masterclass, it felt something like that moment in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy wakes up from her bleak black and white monochrome life to a world of light and color flooded with possibilities. So in a word, the masterclass is brilliant. Thank you, Darren.
Darren Mostyn's YouTube channel was my go-to. I really like his style. He's really laid back. He's not all about hype. So I took his masterclass last year. My hope was to gain just a couple of tips and insights into workflow and find efficiencies. And the masterclass delivered on that and more.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you, Darren, because I never thought that would be possible. And I was learning so much that wasn't on the YouTube channel and was in his training. So my color grade has got miles better, and just doing slight tweaks, which are super foundational stuff and simple, can make such a big positive impact. And I've got this growing passion, and I'm so grateful for Darren.
If, like me, you were lost and confused by watching an endless sea of different tutorials from different people, then Darren's course is for you. It puts it all together into a coherent course from beginning to end. And it's got me to the point where I'm now confident to grade the things that I've shot for my paid clients. It really is the best investment I could possibly have made into learning the art of professional colour grading.
I've taken Darren's masterclass twice now, and I've got to say that he's the best teacher out there teaching Resolve masterclasses. Not only is he a professional working colorist, but he comes up with these great situations and techniques that help solve everyday editing problems that I've got. And I've got to say, my editing ability and quality has more than doubled since I've been taking his classes.
For Darren's course, I was just doing everything blind and just hoping for the best. Now, with the knowledge I've gained, I do everything with intention so I can get what I want and give the clients what they want.
The biggest gain from me from this course is just understanding why you're doing what you're doing. I used to grade by just doing something and hope it will look great. But after taking this course, I understand now what color management means, how to correct your footage before you even start the actual grade. And that's great.
My process has become simple, quick, and efficient. Highly recommend the class. It's fun to take as well. Do it.
Darren has a great way of teaching. His ability to give such a lively classroom is definitely one of the kind. He is sharp, he is smart, he is generous, and he's teaching us more than just, how to grade a documentary.
The skills and confidence I gained on Darren Mostyn's colour grading masterclass are quantifiable for me. I went from an aspiring grader to now a junior colourist at my local post house. I work on features, shorts and commercial things too. This wouldn't have been possible without Darren's attention to detail and dedication to craft, both of which I get to bring through to my work every day.
he can certainly teach. His YouTube channel is testimony to that. But the masterclass takes this to another level. What Darren taught us over those 4 days was how to get the best out of that application. In summary, I cannot recommend this course enough. There's no BS. You get to see Darren do a grade from start to finish, and there's a fantastic community.
He's simply a great teacher. Great personality, great person to learn from. The way he stays connected with us, all students, is very engaged, always presents, is very kind and open to share his own experience. It's very odd. It's the same feeling we've got from him.
I think what I've grown to appreciate even more than the class itself has been the community available afterwards, with a private Facebook community that's only available to people who have taken the masterclass. That's been a very active and helpful. It's been great. I highly recommend taking Darren Mostyn's masterclass.
What I love about this course is not just the package kind of pre-recorded courses you can find anywhere, basically online. It's a very community-driven course. Sometimes I felt like I didn't start my color grading because it felt like too big of a learning curve for me. There's so much to learn, but it just wasn't the right package for me. And with this Darren's masterclass, you can learn everything from the start without feeling overwhelmed.
Darren is top of the list when it comes to color grading education. Doesn't get better than him. From the free resources he offers online to being able to sit down and do a one-on-one instruction session with him, the knowledge level that he has is absolutely second to none, and his teaching ability is amazing in the way that he relays information, makes things easily digestible and easy to follow. Learning from Darren has helped my color grading absolutely soar, and I couldn't be more grateful to him for that.
You know why Darren's masterclass is the hottest ticket on the internet these days? Is because in the background, he's got Daria Fissoun, who is the author of The Color Page in the DaVinci Resolve manual, answering all our questions and helping him co-facilitate this whole masterclass. It's a dynamic duo that can't be beat. I'm telling you, this is worth the price of admissions just to watch the two of them work. It's great.
Gosh, 30 seconds is impossible.
It's definitely taking my footage to another level. That was good, by the way.
So, hope I'm back on. So, I always feel that testimonials are king. This is, to hear it from the students themselves, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who submitted a testimonial. I mean, I could have made that 30 minutes long, so I really do appreciate it. And there was some dubious grading in some of them, so maybe some of you have forgotten the techniques, but I didn't grade any of those. But it's a really special community, honestly. When we're in Facebook group and we're all chatting, or even just, just keeping in touch with each other. I see people at the shows, and they've become really good friends. It's the best part of it for me. Right, where am I going next? We're going to give away a prize in a minute. And I just saw in the chat, by the way, someone was asking about calibration. Do we cover calibration? No, we don't. That's a very specific thing. Again, I don't even know how I'd show that on Zoom, to be honest. But a very fair question, but no, we don't. You've seen the agenda now. There's nothing more or less than that agenda. Really, I mean, there's some specifics coming in where people are saying, do you do this? Do you do this? Do you cover HDR SAT? Yes, we do. HSV SAT? Yes, we do things like that. I'm basically going to give you everything you need to become a professional colorist. The only thing you're going to need is to practice. So I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to share how I think about it. I'm going to teach you why to use these tools, when and why, not just what they do. You've just got to practice that on different types of footage. So for example, like keying, if I have a shot and the client's like, can we just key out that? From experience and doing keying on thousands of shots over 20 years, I know whether it's even worth trying to key it. All right, so as a professional colorist, I've got the experience to go, look, we'll give it a quick go, but it ain't gonna work. And I know which tools I can use to get the best results. So it's that kind of thing. Where am I going with that? The other thing with the course being live is really, I always find with these downloadable courses that you get, so one of the students in there was talking about that with the download course, I play bass guitar and I was trying to learn French. I've got more downloadable courses and books on speaking French and playing bass guitar, and I'm keen to start with, and then they just sit there and I don't do anything with them. With this, it's a live course, it's a live community. You all join at 4 o'clock, everyone's there buzzing away in Facebook group going, I'm really excited about this. And we work together, and people are answering each other's questions in the chat live, helping out Daria. So I can't put my fingers up, but you will finish the course because it's live, so you'll want to do it. Remember, if you miss a live, you've got the recording. The recording comes about 4 or 5 hours at the end of each day. That's because of Zoom, we can't control that. Right, let's do a quick recap, and then I'm going to give away a prize. So what do you get for the money? You get 4 hours, 4 days in March, live training on Zoom, 19th to 22nd of March. You get Daria Fissoun, my special guest moderator, answering all your questions in the chat live every day. You get a recording every day available to you to watch anytime, so that for years. It's not coming down. You can watch it 1,000,000 times if you want. It's only available to the attendees. There's no after sales. I get asked all the time, can you sell us the recordings? I do not sell the recordings outside of the Masterclass. You can't download them. They're in a portal that you have to log into your own portal, so it's all secure. I'm never going to sell these. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be the live experience. I want it to be interactive. Even if you can't make a day, you might make the next day. I want that. It's how it works. It's my style. So I'm never doing downloads. Once a year, you get this course. It's live. I love it. The students love it. It's a great way of learning, and it means I can tell that you've understood everything because we get the feedback. You get all the footage that you need for the course. It's not tons. I believe it's about 16 gigabytes. I'm still working on that, but it'll be under 20 gigs. Watch me live grade. So you get those live grades where you watch me do my real grading, what I'm thinking in my head. Access to my private Facebook community. So the course is not stopping after 4 days. There's people who've been in my Facebook group for, how many years have been in this? 4 years now. It's great. It just carries on. It doesn't stop after the course is over. So you're going to make a load of new friends. I can't explain what the community is like. It's just, I do these monthly coffee things, and they're so much fun. And I claim to do that it'll be an hour. People will testify here. They're normally 2 hours. I mean, we just keep going. So it's great. $8,000 of Resolve-related prizes. In fact, I've got $9,000 now. I think I've even got more than that. And you get your certificate upon completion. Right. Any questions before I reveal the price? We don't do HDR grading. No, I've just covered that. Unless that came in a little bit ago. Like I said, I'm going to leave this live stream up so you can watch it back later if you want to see what's covered. You can go back and look at the 4-day agenda again. Composer, okay, sorry for not making a testimonial, but I highly recommend. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, that's from Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Oh yeah, Jeff's very good and regular on the coffee Zooms as well. Jeff, don't worry about it. I had more testimonials than I had time to actually edit them together. Right, how do you sign up? At the end of this live stream, there will be a link for you to sign up. So you just click on the link and you'll see how to do it. It's quite obvious. It gives you a little recap again of what's involved. We don't cover multicam sync. It's not an editing course. It's a color grading course. The image that you saw earlier was off a multicam thing. We look at importing XMLs. We look at conforming. We look at that sort of stuff, but we don't spend hours on it, but we do enough that you'll understand how to do it. We do the different styles as well, XML and just regular flattened file. How many students? It's restricted to 200 students. Now, the reason I restrict it to 200, I mean, this course sells out, okay? It's as simple as that. The previous 4 have all sold out. If this one doesn't sell out, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to sell out or not, but I can tell you the previous 4 have. The reason I cap it at 200 is to keep the quality of the chat and the Q&A strong. I want to be able that everyone gets a chance to have their question answered. It's the right size community. Once we're over 2, once we get into 3, 4, 500, we're already, as you saw Daria talking earlier, in a 4-hour session, we're getting through 200 questions. Or she's getting through 200 questions. It's manageable, but that is the maximum. I don't want more than 200 people in it. I want to keep the quality. I could probably sell 400 tickets. I don't do that, okay? I'm in this to make sure we get quality tuition, that you're getting quality results from me and Daria and Gadali, and that's why it's kept at 200. All right. Just to give you an idea, that I mean, it's not going to sell out tonight based on previous masterclasses. However, 2 masterclasses ago, or 3 masterclasses, I can't remember, the first 100 tickets sold in 8 minutes, and the time after that, the first 100 sold in 4 minutes. Now, I'm not going to suggest that the masterclass is going to sell out in 8 minutes. I'm not trying to scare anyone. There were still tickets available a few days later, so don't panic. If you want to watch this back again to be sure, you'll get a ticket. Don't worry. But I'm not saying that as shock tactics. It's the truth. Okay, I was as surprised as anyone. Do I need to sell my house or my car? It depends what your car's like, I guess. I'm going to show you in a minute. Can I buy with avocados and oranges from Southern California? Sure. Do you cover colour work connected to Fusion? We had a look at that. So I do cover how to grade. Well, I don't really cover Fusion. I teach you how to do tricks without using Fusion. I've got a couple of episodes on Fusion on stuff that I do. All right, let's, where are we at? It's 7:10. Let's get on with this. Right, what does it cost? Let's have a look at this, and then I'm going to give away a free ticket. You don't have to do anything for the free ticket. Just be in here and be nice. I'll tell you what you could do. You could all start hitting the like button for me, though. How's that? That might get you excited. Let's see how many likes we can get. Right, I'm going to go on here. So what does it cost? So let's reveal the price. So previous years, I've kept the price exactly the same. It's always been the same for the last 4 masterclasses. And let me just check I'm on the right screen. And I've done it again. It's exactly the same price. All right, so it's £547 as a one-off payment. Okay, that is the price. That's it. There is a 3 monthly payment option as well, which is a little bit more because to just cover my admin fees, and that's £199 per 3 consecutive months. So that becomes to £597. So think of it as £597. If you pay for it in 1 instalment, you're going to get it cheaper at £547. It says there, no discounts. No, let me just close my screen down there. Hang on. Just get rid of that bit. There's no discounts. There's no last minute offers, and it's limited places, as I've just explained. I don't do any of this early bird or late bird, or if I've got 50 tickets left the day before, I'm not suddenly going to sell them at half price. They'll just come home with me. It's not going to happen. I do that to keep it very fair for everyone. I believe especially people who may buy today, shouldn't be feeling, I better wait, I'm sure it will come down. I just want everyone to pay the same price. It's been the same price for the last 4 masterclasses. I've not increased it. Costs are going up, overheads are going up. I'm quite happy at that price. All right, so you can work out, I'm sure people are now working out what it costs in euros. Unfortunately, the dollar is not, well, it's not doing great things for those who are in America at the minute. So, but that's not my fault, I can promise you that. Anyone needs a kidney? I don't think it's that bad. So that's the price. If you want to come on, that's the price. If you want to watch all my YouTube channels, 150 episodes on there for absolutely free. All right, so someone just said, did he announce prices? Yeah, £547. Literally about 3 seconds ago. Right, so let's give away a prize. Let's go. So I'm going to go to here. We're going to do our free ticket draw. Now, how am I going to do this? I've done this in the past where I've got, like, you put a comment in a video and it's a different video, and then you come in here and I spin a wheel, and then I've got to work out if you're actually in the chat to receive your prize. And then I've actually had, when I've done Christmas giveaways in that style, I've actually had 2 people fraud me. So they've claimed a prize when it wasn't their prize, which is a right headache. So I'm doing this in a really simple, primitive way. I saw my good friend Julian, Creator Sergeant, do a prize draw like this, and I've literally got a sticky arrow on my computer screen. I'm going to bring a camera in a minute. I'm going to point it to the sticky arrow, and I'm just going to spin this page. All right, so if you want to put a comment in there, let's put, I don't know, just put some kind words in there. Let's see what we can do. And I'm going to start spinning this. So I'm going to bring my camera in, and where it stops, it's my decision. Okay, so where it stops, I'm going to decide who gets that prize. But I'm going to show you, let me show you what I've got down here. So if I just bring this camera in, bear with me a second. Now what else I need is for everyone to stop at a certain point as well. Right, bear with me. Can you see that. So that is, it might not be in focus because I've got to go pretty close, but I've got a little green arrow pointing to the screen. And I'm basically going to stop this using my mouse here. I'm going to stop at someone, okay? I've not done it yet, so whoever that was, but I'm just going to go up and down here. I'm going to shut my eyes, okay? I promise you I'm shutting my eyes. In fact, I can show you me shutting my eyes. All right, I'm going to look away. So I'm turning away now, all right? So I'm just checking the camera's on, and it's on. All right, so good luck, everyone. I'm just spinning. I'm going to keep going up and down, and whoever I stop at, I'm just looking to check it is spinning. And wherever I stop, whoever's name is on that arrow wins a free ticket. I'm going to go all the way down. I'm going to go up again, and I'm going to stop here. So, the Mohaxi, come on, you've just won. So, I'm just going to write that down. Let me just get rid of this camera. Did that work? Gadali, can you see that? I'm just going to grab a screen grab of that. As well. Okay, congratulations. So, VMOHACSY, you have just won a free place on the Masterclass. If you could get in touch with me at darrenmostynlive@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram. I need you to prove that's your channel by sending me a screenshot of your channel page, please, and I will make sure you get that. Now, I also did a live, so congratulations. I mean, I hope you wanted to come on it and you're not just here randomly on there. So I've also did a Instagram reel that I sent out at the weekend, and I just had a competition in there to write the word Masterclass in there, and I'm going to pick a winner from that one. So I'm giving away 2 free tickets. So tickets are going to go on sale in a minute. Okay. So I did this via an app. Now I did it on my phone because obviously Instagram's on my phone. So I've just got a screen grab of the winner. Let me show you what I used for it. I used a program called, I can't remember what it's called to be honest, but it's a random comment picker, and it looks for the word Masterclass in the Instagram reel that I posted, and it checks that you were following me on Instagram. So Instagram is Online Creative Post if you want to follow me on Instagram. And the winner of that ticket, just check I'm on the right screens here, is Rahul Patil.pro on Instagram. So if you're here watching on this, I'm going to DM you on Instagram. This one's much easier to deal with. And you have got a place on the Masterclass as well. So congratulations, Rahul, on there. So that was all done fairly. Oh, it's created by Wask. So you can see that at the bottom, that I did it fairly on the thing. I can't do it live because I'd have to plug my phone in. I've got 2 cameras and a Resolve going as it is at the minute. It's too much for me to deal with on a live stream. So that was done fair and square. So I hope that has helped everyone. Thank you for coming. If there's any last questions, I'm going to be here for another minute, and then we are going to open up the sales portal. So there'll be a link pinned to the top of this chat, and we'll put a link in the description when I've come off the live stream, so you can have that. I'll leave this live stream up so you can review it again if you want to go through the Masterclass. I'd just like to thank a few people, and then I'm going to put the tickets up for sale. So I just want to thank Gadali, of course. I want to thank Daria Fissoun, obviously, for coming back a 5th time. Tom Ross and Mari at Time in Pixels for giving away the Omniscope. KDV and Simon Hall at Black Magic Design for their gifts. This is the people who've donated. Stefan Ringerschwantner at Mononodes, always great donator of prizes for me. Bram, James and Simon at Flanders, that's a new prize for me. Ava and Messer at Audio, and Amphisa at Dehancer, all thank you very much for the generous prizes. And Julian, Creator Sergeant Walden, for the Instagram help, so he helped me with my reels, and Fiona Mostyn helped me as well, so appreciate both your helps on that. James Willett, get on his YouTube channel. James Willett, just type Resolve Colourist, WILLET, great colourist. He's given me a little bit of help in the past as well. He checks things out for me. Jim Robinson, Keith Neely, Chi, Mark, all the regulars who are on my coffee Zooms, good to see you, and the general and all the Facebook crew. All the students for the kind testimonials that everyone gave me as well, and the kind words, and making it such a strong and just friendly, lovely community. And thank you to you for all your support on my channels, on my Instagram and on my YouTube. And let's open up ticket sales. I hope you've got the information you want. You're going to love it. I don't know what else to say, really. I've said enough. I'm just going to do a last double check, if anything. If you want to put the ticket sales up, that can go up now, Gadali. If you want to put the link up there. Or it may already be up for all I know. Congratulations again to both those winners. Oh, good. So there you go. I can see you for my Instagram winner, Rahul. Well done. Congratulations. I was hoping you'd be on the YouTube live as well. And so I'm just getting confirmation from Gadali. It looks like the tickets are now available. Just checking my messages. Okay, and good luck. Enjoy. Thanks for your time. Congrats to the winners. See you on the 19th. I think that's it. All right, I'm going to go. I can't remember how to even close one of these down now. Oh, Jamie Fenn's here as well. Keith, thank you very much for your kind words. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play out a little bit. So I'm going to stay in the chat for a little bit. I'm just going to play out that testimonial that was running at the beginning. So I'll be here in the chat for a couple more minutes. And good luck, everyone. Thanks for coming. See you soon.